Let's go.
I've been doing these for over a year. They take quite a long time and people seem to enjoy them, so do me a favour. Today is my birthday. Go ahead and give me a sub and spread the word. Norwich are having a terrible time of it. Despite signing our player of the season in Danny Batth, they concede the second most shots at goal, and nobody concedes more actual goals than they do. Not even Queen's Park Rangers. And Danny Batth doesn't even get a game for them. Amazing. It wasn't all bad news for Norwich, though. They do score a lot of goals themselves, and they sit third in the division for goal scores with 24. They also have one of the best cross success rates in the league, not something that we want to hear at the minute. So, a game where both sides should score then.
And then top end of the pitch for them, Fastnack.
Mowbray selected Nazariy Rusyn for his first start up front in the number 9 role today, and we were all keen to see how he would do. Elsewhere, the team remained the same, and for the third consecutive game, Mowbray selected a 4-1-4-1 formation, with Ekwah as the holding midfielder and Neil pushed up alongside Job. In possession, this often looked like a 3-2-4-1, as Trai Hume slipped inside next to Ekwah as an extra holding midfielder, and all this represents an advancement on Mowbray's 3-5-2 that we ended and started last in this season with. The purpose of this change is to try to create numbers and an overload higher up pitch, and Mowbray's emphasis continues to be on attack and more attack.
Conceding goals for fun.
Part of Sunderland's attacking posture involves a high and aggressive press. Early on we can see this in effect, but Job doesn't really cut off the centre half here and Norwich get out. Often this press would leave the Norwich keeper though with no choice but to kick long, which did seem to catch Trai Hume out a few times.
Trai Hume and Rowe coming together. Rowe gets there, pulls it back. Parson had to get there because Hwang was lurking.
I don't know about you, but I was always told not to let the ball bounce if you can as a kid.
Hwang hooks it over looking for Rowe. And he might still get there, Rowe, he does. He's looking for the shot. He's got support over there. Well, that could have been two, Danny.
Usually, though, these long kicks meant us recycling the ball back into their half. These long kicks did play to one of our weaknesses, though. We are not really that consistent in recovering the second ball. Stoke, for example, beat us to every single one on the day, and today we didn't recover as many of them as we might like to, and the ball over the back was even more difficult to deal with at times. When they simply didn't give it back to us, though, our press would often win the ball and provide us with chances.
Sunderland Press. Closing the angles. Oh, it might fall for Rusyn here. Shot a handball from behind the goal.
For the most part, Norwich played incredibly defensively. They adopted a 4-5-1 without the ball and decided that they just couldn't beat us in a straight fight. It was strange to see Norwich come and not present like they felt they could win. But what they did do was hope to beat us on the break, like Cardiff and Ipswich had demonstrated was possible. Here you can see that we are so hell-bent on attacking that when Hume loses the ball, we are instantly facing a 4 versus 3 at the back, delivered at pace. Norwich make nothing of it on this occasion, but this is going to be how a lot of teams choose to play against us this season.
Brings it forward. Another inside ball, another shot for offside. The Sunderland fans feel it.
And it was just such a chance that opened the scoring for Norwich. Ballard plays a good ball through the lines to Job, who tries a flick but loses the ball, and Norwich counter down the line. There is some debate as to whether Kenny McLean is interfering with play, but that is irrelevant because he isn't even offside. If you look at the point the pass has played here, you can see that Trai Hume is standing on his other foot just out of shot, which when it comes into shot is clearly on the change of turf colour, meaning that McLean is onside at all times. But even if we imagine he wasn't onside and he adopts a non-interference, then you have to look at the starting positions of Fisher here and Ekwah. Pierre has a 15-metre head start on him and still loses out on the ball. It's slack. Play to the whistle. Something else I was told as a kid.
Ball's cut back and an opportunity, and Norwich have scored!
Yeah, do you know what? No, listen, he's offside, yes he is, but he leaves it. Pierre's got to be aware to that, go deal with the ball. He leaves it because he knows he's offside, and we've got a runner down the right side. Somebody were naive there.
Sunderland continued with their method of short corners. We are one of the worst teams in the league for winning aerial duels, well documented on this channel. So Sunderland used the short corner to help break up the opposition's set and deep cross to the back post from a 45-degree angle, because that is harder to defend against. You see, it has more vertical pitch on than a cross from the byline, so the direction is harder to judge. All of this perhaps evens out our chance of getting something on it. This is why we cross from this position rather than strike from the byline.
First of the game.
This one is poorly executed though. And in this example, the layoff to Ekwah is a reasonable option, but it all goes wrong from there, and the lads make a right hash of pretty much everything from this point onwards.
Try to find a gap.
But you will often see Ballard and Job as our taller players lurking at the back post precisely for these knock-ins at corners.
It's Roberts, he'll try. Man down in the box. Play continues. Shot comes in.
He's gone back down, yeah.
Oh, he's gone back down now.
I think is it the young foot?
The equaliser didn't come from this short corner, but did come from just this sort of deep ball we play from the half spaces to the back post.
Trai Hume.
Goal.
Deflection!
There we go!
Sunderland back in it!
Yeah,
deflected goal!
I think Duffy gets a little bit on it, doesn't he? Trying to block it with his chest, I think. But yeah.
I'm sure Trai is meaning to play this, and it's not a striker goal, but hey, I'll give it to you, Trai.
It's come off the big Irishman, and it's ended up in the back of the net, 1-1.
So how did our new striker's full debut go today? Well, I remember Niall Quinn in an interview recently wondering how he had done so well, because he said all he ever did was run to the near post for the cross. He said he never did anything else, and sometimes being a striker is as simple as doing just that. Here you see him take up a classic striker's position and run to the near post. And he nearly gets something on it.
Good ball!
Oh, great ball, and yeah, well defended as well. Oh, he's given a foul, has he?
He has.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's much in that. Yeah,
It's horrible as a centre-half having to defend against people who run in at pace behind you like that. Roberts should know. It's how he scored the goal in the playoffs against Sheffield Wednesday. This is a golden chance for a ball from Roberts. Rusyn makes a clear run attacking the front post for that ball, and when the play's all over, he's annoyed that it wasn't played.
Ball in from Hume.
I like that he's annoyed about that. He was always looking to break the back line with runs in behind. Here, this is a ball I think Neil wants to play, but he's worried he won't make the pass with the player in front of him and ends up losing the ball.
He shoved up the ball.
He also hassled and harried for the ball all over the pitch today. Showed good pace here when he wins it, and puts in a decent cross. All in all, he looks like a good acquisition, and you can see all his touches from this full debut, and a link at the end of the video.
Really good.
Well, good.
Thank you, Frankie. It's good of you to say so. In the meantime, we have Jack Clarke, who was almost unplayable today.
Can Jack Clarke get there? Oh, he's still got it. Pulls it back. Opportunity for Clarke. He's standing here on the end of it.
Been quite right, hasn't he?
He seemed to have or create chances every time he got on the ball.
Oh, he's at the post. Outside of the post, is he? What's going on there?
He took a deflection and hit the post.
Yeah, certainly come off the outside of the right post, doesn't it? Let's have a look back. Yeah, full back goes in there. And then Duffy has to come across and Jack chops inside him and he's took a little nick off somebody, I think.
And it was no surprise that he had a big hand in Sunderland's second goal. Clarke is outstanding on the ball here, taking out several people with his dribble.
Hooks one through. Dan Neil! Yes! Lovely goal from Sunderland!
Well, it is. Jack Clarke makes it. He's been excellent first half, Jack Clarke. Back to his time, 2-1 Sunderland. There we go, let's have a look back now.
But the final ball is also helped by Rusyn's run that draws open the defence to allow that ball through to Neil.
6 or 7 bodies back there.
Gibson initially follows Rusyn's run. Clarke could easily slip the ball in behind the defensive line to this run, and Duffy is oblivious to that danger, so Gibson thinks about going with him. Too late, Gibson decides to check his run, but Clarke slips the ball straight through to where he was standing. And Dan Neal's excellently timed run is nicely tucked away to take us into the break 2-1 up. The second half opened with a series of chances for us. Here, Job does well, but then dithers on the ball, and the obvious chance to Rusyn is gone. Nothing comes of it.
What a ball that is from Jack Clarke, and Job is there. Job couldn't make the most of the opportunity, but what a ball that was from Jack Clarke.
What a ball it is. Yeah, I'm not sure what Job's thinking there. I think he's wrong.
Minutes later, another chance presents itself, and Rusyn attacks that front post again. But Huggins blazes the ball over instead of making the obvious pass. I reckon there's a great chance Rusyn turns that in if he gets played to him.
Oh, he's gone for it. Nearly caught the keeper out.
Yeah.
Yes, Nazariy, I'd be irritated too. Norwich looked shell-shocked and terrified to play. Luke simply stands on the ball here, saying if you want any points out of this game, you're going to have to come and get it.
Yeah, Luke and I just stood with his foot on the ball, saying, well, you know, we're in front, you've got to come out and take the ball.
But the Canaries weren't full of coal dust yet. Our perennial problem of failing to dominate space and win second balls dropped a chance for Norwich out of nothing.
Hwang will pick it up. And make way down that left-hand side. Ball comes in, it's a very deep one as well, and it's in the post.
We were lucky to still be ahead.
Again from nothing.
Yeah.
In fact, they were showing a bit too much fight. Giannoulis could easily have seen a red card for this challenge on Patrick Roberts.
There's been an incident on the far side. Patrick's been caught.
It's Giannoulis, isn't it? He caught him 5 minutes or so.
It's a straight forearm smash to the face.
Comes on for fast neck.
Oh, he leaves an elbow on Patrick there.
And a minute later, they set up a great chance, only for the out-of-position Trai Hume to arrive bang on time to deprive them. That reminds me of his goal line clearance against New Mexico. And if you still don't like Trai Hume occupying that slide-in defensive midfield role, then you'll have missed him saving us a minute later, again from a loose pass by Jack Clarke.
It's Trai Hume who gets it back.
And here's Hume again, helping in the midfield to win the ball.
Good challenge. Trai Hume again, he's put about 4 of them in the second half alone.
Hume took one in the nads late on, and I note the physios are not so willing to come on and attend to him for this. He'll get no stretching off of that muscle injury, I dare say.
He has, hasn't he?
Ekwah grew into the game and showed some fine passing throughout today. He has added a great crossfield pass to his line-splitting slide rules. And he got a good shot off today as well. He almost looks back to his best.
He's in the way, if anything. Oh, he still gets a shot away.
Yeah, it does well there. Generates good power on it, Pierre.
But he still needs a bit more of the bully about him defensively. With half an hour to go, Mowbray sent on fresh legs. He-Man got half an hour up top for Rusyn, Pritch came on for Job, and Barr for Roberts. I'd quite like to see Abdullah feeding Rusyn's front post runs with his crosses. I reckon that might be fruitful. None of it helped with Sunderland winning second balls, though. We really got to do better at this.
Ekwah gets a tourniquet, but it's not enough. The ball's put through the middle. Hwang picks it up. Lays it off. Hernandez. Oh, it's a save from Patterson.
And Norwich still got chances to exploit our aggressive attack when they stole the ball in transition, like this 3 versus 2 that develops.
Looking behind it on me, but we're in trouble now because Dan Ballard's made the run forward.
It's 3-2. Norwich could be in here. Opportunity for Hwang. Sunderland have bodies back now, but the shot comes in. Ekwah gets there.
With just over 10 to go, Sirkin came on for Huggins and Rigg for Ekwah. And then we showed that we could also create overloads on the counter as well. When Mr. Unplayable stole the ball and ran clear in the box. He chooses not to pass to Hume here for the obvious tap-in, but wins the penalty from the foul in any case.
Clarke's picked it up. Hume is to the right of him. Has he got himself? He's tripped. Penalty. Yeah, no protest from the Norwich players.
Yeah, it's Duffy.
I have to feel for Lewis here. That pass would have gifted him a certain goal.
Yeah. I think it's a pen.
think Jack's played for a little bit, to be honest. I think McLean dangles a foot watch and then it goes back down. Oh, yeah.
No matter, Jack stepped up to hit home his 9th goal of the season.
Jack Clarke against George Long.
Yeah. Good penalty, firm side foot, wasn't it? But yeah, just lifts it down the middle, doesn't he? Keeper goes right hand side for him. And then Clarke will tear you apart again.
Hume looked good today. He did his job of cutting off passes like here. A few weeks ago he'd have not made that run so positively. And he chases this ball here and puts himself about at the end of it.
Played forwards a late one on Duffy.
And in the dying minutes we flooded forward with a 5-on-3. Neil sets up Pritch for a strike on goal, and Hume shows good reactions to put in a decent header here.
It was almost the moment. 20th minute.
There's that opportunity, keeper right foot, wasn't it? And Hume on the follow-up. Looking for that bottom corner. Straight at the goalkeeper, really, yeah, and he doesn't quite get it right. Hume on the follow-up.
Rigg slid Clarke in, who can't find a fourth.
Rigg finds Jack Clarke.
Oh, just opened up for him there to look for that far corner.
And Barr cut back for He-Man in the dying moments, but he fluffed his chance.
Pullback's on if he needs it. Hume! Just couldn't get his angles.
Again. Yeah, he's had the header earlier and that one there.
I actually think that this ball is meant for Rigg and he's better placed to have this shot. Nevertheless, He-Man looked sharper and better today, and no matter what you say about him, he always seems to get into scoring positions. With experience, he could become a monster of a player. And that was that. A solid win to get us back on track, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. This was a decidedly poor side, and one that allows more shots on goal than any other team in the division. So it isn't like we are suddenly a lethal side. There are still problems to sort out. Winning second balls, converting more chances, playing football to suit having a striking goal threat. This all needs work. But we at least look like we're making improvements as the weeks go by. If you want to watch all of Rusyn's touches from his full debut, then click on the video top right now. And if you want to know why Sunderland signed him and what sort of player we've got, then click on the video top left. And I'll see you next time.